We're all set. We got our tea. Got some water. We've relieved. Let's do the queue room? Wait. Do you hear something? Oh, now we're talking. Is this a Rubik's Cube room? How much you want to bet it has something to do with this, with that? Should go have a look. Nah. I want to do this for a little bit. Okay. Cube's floating here. What the heck is it doing? Can't tell just by looking at it. Why don't you test it and see if it happens? Is it freaking Minesweeper? Are they all zeros? There's 3, 1, and 1. Can I go to the other side? Because I feel like it's one of these two. There's my 3s and my 2s. It's like right here. The cube, look at it again. There are winning and losing panels on the wall. The cube can help you find the winning panels. When the winning panels, and only the winning panels, are highlighted in cyan, the system will activate. Here's how you find the winning panels. When you select a panel on the cube, it will display a number. Each surrounding panel of it also is displaying a number. This number indicates the number of winning panels that border each panel. 001, 0011, and 1 is considered a winning panel. Okay, okay, okay. Note 1. The hint that appears on the cube is different on each side. Hypothetically, if the wall, oh gosh, with the exit is the north wall, then the wall to the right of that would be the east wall, which would make the wall with the entrance the south wall and west wall. That would mean that a hint that refers to the west side would actually refer to the east wall. A hint that appears on the west side projects onto that east wall. Okay. So as we're looking here, we are looking at, say, the west side of the cube and the east side of the room, and when we are looking at the west side of the cube, it is referring to the wall directly behind it. Yes, the one we're facing. Okay. Adjacent walls don't provide hints for one another. Each hint is specific to that wall. Okay. That means when there are, even if there are winning panels on the border with an adjacent wall, those panels will not reflect on the initial. That's what I thought. Okay, good. It's not all the way. There are a total of 8 puzzles hidden in the walls. 8 puzzles? Right. Okay, we're looking for 8. All this seems like fun. They should have made it 9. Now I feel like they failed. Examine the floor to review the message one more time. Ooh. Hold on, I have plenty of grid paper. Let's make sure I do this. How many is this? Is this 10? This is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 3, 4. Gosh, that's a lot of 4s. Okay. Yeah, I don't think these do. Oh, there's some over here. 1, 3. The reason went up? No. In the middle? Some in the middle. 1, was that a 2? That was a 2. 3, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. I think that's all the ones that I have. Those are zeros, zeros, zeros. Let me start getting the numbers. Yeah, okay, so this is... Which one is this? I probably should have recognized which one this is. Hold on. I'm gonna say that's north. So this is for the east. North equals key. This is for the east wall. So I should be able to look to the wall on the east and like click this. Here we go. I guess it'd be like these. Does it mean there's 8 of these? Hi. Interesting. Looks like there's more of them. We should keep looking. Keep looking. Cool. So there's this one. That was a 4. This is 3, 2. Cool. Books. Now, this is a row of 1s, so I don't think those actually work. Oh, it does. Interesting. Basically all of these. Right? Oh, no. They turn cyan no matter what. These are 4s, though. And these are 3s. Nice. Are there any other ones? I don't think so. Well, hold on. This is a 3. Which should be 1, 2 in itself. Right? I guess not. This one's a 3. 1 here, and itself. Right? Oh no, this one. Okay, that's right. This one counts. I think that's all of these. You can look around more by exiting the zoom mode and returning to a normal view. Okay. 4 purple books. Let's go through each one of them. What the? There's nothing written? Oh, great. All the pages are blank. Okay. Other books are the same? Let's have a look. Nothing here. It says dice on the spines. Okay, I think my tea is now steeped properly. Let's see if it's still too hot. Some pictures put between the pages. Oh gosh, I haven't had ginger in so long. Oh, that's opening up right a nose right away. Woo! Ha ha! Perfect amount of hot. You found a picture of a blue dye, and a picture of a green dye, and a picture of a red dye. You can view them in the archive. Cool. 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 What is this? We need 3 memory cards. It's dark. Then there are card slots. Looks like we need to... Okay. Need to put memory cards. Okay, let's look at the dice. Nope, 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 dice. Oh, this is for the blue one. Okay. Roll the 6 dice to move them to where they need to go. Direction of each side of each die must match a specific pattern. Choose which die you would like to move by selecting it. You can roll it vertically or horizontally. Wait. Let's do one at a time. Blue die. Oh gosh, how is that supposed to help me? Oh, this is the one you don't like? Oh god. So blue is... jeez. Let's say A through whatever on top, 1 through whatever coming down. So be B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. B5 to B1. I hope I don't have... I wonder if I have to make it 1. And then C4 to B5. This is for blue. Green, we got D5. You guys see how I'm doing the grid? If that makes sense to you. I hope I'm doing the grid right in my head. D5 is making it 6. And D, E, F4 is a 2. And then we have red, which is... Oh, I was like, I thought that's where another one was, because that's C5. C5 is 3. E4 is 4. Okay. Here's the problem, though. This picture is not orientated like this puzzle. I'm gonna ask you, Dim, so we're not sitting here forever. In my little chart, so make sure I'm orientated right so we don't just waste time. When I go from this way to this way, I consider that the top. Is the top this way? Or is the top this way? Which one is my top that I'm using my little grid? So when I'm looking at this, the first one is on B5. A through G being the top. Why didn't they just put it in the proper angle? This is going to be annoying. I'm going to assume, and I can't assume, I'm really bad at assuming. I want to say this one's the top. Consider it a diamond and just compare it 1 to 1. Okay, so... my top is this top. This is my top. This is going to be my top. Let's do blues first. B5 needs to be 1. Dang it. Does the dice has to be the right number on top, right? B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's B. There's blue. C4 needs to be 5. There's my 5. There's my 5. Okay, cool. Let me struggle. That's very kind of you to do. I don't know the pattern to use to get this to be what I want. Dang it, I'm 1 off. There. Aha! Take that. B5, C4. Aha! Okay, green. D5. Need to be a 6. Dang it. Haha. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sweet! That one worked. F4. D, E, F. I need to do the red ones. A, B, C, D, E, F. So we're in the right row. F4 needs to be a 2. I don't know if this is doing anything. Aha! Trial and error. I think those are right. Red C5, which is right here. Oh my gosh. Needs to be a 3. Oh, it's so close. Ha ha! Take that. E4 is 4. A, B, C, D, E, E. 4 is 4. Oh, dang it. It's one more up. Balls! C, E4, 1, 2, 3, 4, or E, B, C, D, E, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Other red one, C5. Have it as a 3. Green one, D5, as a 6. Then F4 as a 2. Blue, B5 as a 1, C4 as a 5. Yeah. 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 Well, I don't know how to do else. What else to do with that? Thanks, game, for being super clear. Now, is there some secret meaning that I'm not getting here? I don't get it. Anyway, let's do another one of these. This will be south. Grid paper. Yeah. Pretty sure the door has nothing. Oh, it does. Now, where is this? This is bottom middle. 1, 1, 3. 0. 1, 2, 2, 1, 1. Okay. That's a lot of ones. Starts in the middle. 1, 1, 1. Goes down to near the bottom. Until I get to a 0. This one's 0. Which tells me to go this way. Okay. I get a 1 there? So this one is it. Third one up. Cool. And it's probably those over there too. Okay. So let's hit the single one. Oh, the single ladies. Oh, great. Darts again. And 3, 2, 2, 2. How is this one a 0? Oh, no. 1, 2, 2, 2, 2. 2, 2, 1. That's 3. It's ones. Just hit all of them? I can't actually hit the door. What am I doing wrong here? 2, 2, oh, hold on. 1, 3, 2, 1. 0, 2, 2, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0. So that would mean this 3 is definitely decided, this one, which means it's 1, 2, 3. It could be next to this one, like this, these 3, and not include itself. That one actually shouldn't be included either. This one's confusing. Why am I doing this one wrong? Because this is where the door is. These 3. Can I not hit the door? Got it. What's another hologram thing? Cool. I think I've seen something like this before in another timeline. Not the hip twist thing. Kind of ruins it like when you take it so seriously. It's dang it, can't remember. I remember. Dartboard. Who hasn't seen a dartboard before? No, look. What I mean is, I feel like I've seen it somewhere in this building before. It's just this board is different from an old dartboard. Let's try it out. You know what do you mean try it out? There's only 2 ways to use a dartboard. Either use it to hold pizza or throw darts at it. Amen. We need darts though. Okay, well that was that one. Let's do this one. Let's see if I... Oh, no. We still got 2 rooms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, perfect. And then this way. Excellent. I feel a sneeze. It's trying to happen. You can't let it. Wait, what was it? 1, 2, 3. 2, 1, 1. This is also a 1. Okay. 1, 2, 2. This is also a 1. This is also a 1. I think those are the only things we got. Which would mean these two. Darts! With a chip. And... oh great, this is like all... what? That's odd. Different, so we probably need to do the other wall first. This is this one. Ooh, wow, okay. 3, 3, 2. 1, 1, 1. 2, 1. That's 1 as well. I think that's all that's on the wall. Okay. Yay! Change the colors to the correct ones by selecting the hexagons and triangles. This is the one we had to do randomly until we got it right. Is it the same exact one? Do I have unlimited time this time? That'd be great. Oh yeah, I still only have 4. Dagnabbit. Which one do I want to do first? Oh, I'm trying to make that. Am I trying to make that, or is that what I'm starting with? This is what that's what I'm starting with, right? Or that is what I'm trying to get. Hold on. I'm old. This is what I'm starting with. Okay, that's what I start with. It's not what I'm trying to get to. Well, balls, first off. We have 4 moves, and we have 3 green things. That tells me I need to have 3 of the moves deal with these 3 green things that are annoying. Conversely, we could make a lot more green things. Because it didn't really tell me which one they want first. So... I don't remember which way I'm supposed to be going with this. So we have 5 moves. I can't even force that one. Oh man, I'll probably end up having to look that one up. Can I open it up? Binder in the glass. Let's do the memory card too. Well, okay, we can do darts now. They're darts. Glass is covering it. Darts. Get a score of 100 with 3 darts. However, the first dart must land in the green. So it goes green, blue, red. I could have sworn I've seen these darts before else somewhere. Score of 100. These are singles, doubles, triples. Obviously can't just go for the 100. So we need a green, a blue, and a red in that order that adds up to 100. If we just randomly pick 13, we would do blue. Let's say it's 22. Oh wait, we do green first. So 39, 22 is 61. We would need a 40. We would need a 40 something, which there is not one. So that this one doesn't work. Or green 13, as far as I can tell, does not work unless we move it somewhere else. If we did green 13 for again 39. We're looking for a blue. We could do blue 14. That would give us 28. 28 would give us 67. And then we would need 33. And that'd be red. Let's do that. What did I say? Whee! Why can't the other one be that easy? I saw it quite clearly. It was very nice. Do you really think you had to stand the whole 2 meters and 37 centimeters away from the dartboard? It wouldn't have counted otherwise. I'm a fair man. My high school voted me most likely to be a judge, you know. Display case. Woo! Green memory card. I'm not getting a cat suit, just saying. Okay, so that's puzzle down. My god, do I have to do this puzzle? I am so bad at... Are there 2 of these? Okay, good. Just the one. If you think there's a method to my madness, there's not. I'm just really hoping I just land on it. So, if someone wants to help somebody who's a narcoleptic and has a cold, feel free to aid me with hints. Because we're trying to get all the hexagons to be one color and all the triangles to be the other one. Yeah, random presses will get us the answer? Perfect. I'll just keep doing that. Sounds like a plan. Which one do I want? Do I want to be green? I don't know it. It doesn't actually tell me. I'd guess all red, actually, just looking at this. Try to get them to be all red if we're trying to copy this. Also, Wit, happy Sunday, man. So we're trying to get rid of all the green ones. So we're going all red today. But I feel like first I have to do something like that. Dang it, I lost that one. Closer, I guess. Do this, get that out of the way, because then this could be one big boom. Dang it. If I do that, that doesn't change a lot. If I do this next, it doesn't change a lot either. I don't like this one being here by itself. Thought I saw something over here. I don't want to hit this one because then I know I'd have to come back and hit it again. Thank you, Stay Hydrated Bot. Trust me, I've drank a lot more than 12 ounces of water today. In fact, I'm down to my last case of water, and I had 3 2 days ago. Soon we'll find a pattern that works. My tap water chlorine content is so high, it's actually very bad for me to drink, so yeah. The tap water around my place is absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible. It's just barely, like, it's on the border of not being able to be drank at all. And I try not to take long showers because that means I'm just absorbing all the chlorine. We initially thought my sickness was because of the high chlorine content in my water. Could do this. Dang it, no, that doesn't give me the 2 on the corners. Which one do I want to make it do this? I'd imagine this one. Which one would I like to do this? I would imagine this one, but I have this one and this one to worry about. And all these change. Because the problem is if I hit this one will basically be locked unless I undo it with like some weird ones over here. essentially it's kind of mirrored. So I can solve one side like this side. I should be able to mirror it on this side and maybe finish it off this way. There's only two things that can change that one. This one and this one. I'd rather leave this one alone. This means this one has to change. But when this one changes, it really gets rid of these, this one and this one. If I only could change that one. Just that one. But I can't change just that one. Because that looks good, but I can't. It was an accident! It was an accident! Oh. It was an accident. I love accidents. Oh, man. Look, it's the answer. We got the thing. Good job, me. Now to find out what I'm doing wrong with the dice puzzle. Single piece of paper. Q Chamber Special AB game. What? 3 people will definitely choose ally. 3 people will definitely choose betray. 1 is a mysterious mirror man. He will always do whatever his opponent does. First answer, strive for 9 with 6 cooperators. Second answer, you must be the only ones to surpass 9. That'll make more sense later, I hope. It's a pretty cool puzzle though. We'll open that up again when we get to the AB game. Okay, so that's... The dice game is the only one left, isn't it? Yeah. So, what did I do wrong? Hold on, what did the instructions say? Roll the dice to move them to where they need to go. The direction of each side of each die must match a specific pattern. So even if we have 6 on top, we gotta make sure the other 2 sides are correct. So like, even if this says 1, it needs to have a 2 and a 3. Even though that says 5, we also have to be able to see the 4 and the 1. Oh my god. Even though that says 2, I need to be able to see the 3 and the 1. Even though that says 6, I need to see the 2 and the 4. And then... glad I read the instructions. C5, 3 needs to also see 2 and 6. And then 2 and 1. Alright, math. Or just getting lucky. Oh, dark. Happy Sunday, man. Let's do B5. I need it to be 2 and a 3. Like that. I'm 1 off. Dang it. This is going to be one of those annoying ones where my brain does not want to do this. It's supposed to be like that, but one more down. So dark, where the goal is to get him to look exactly like that. Right now I'm messing with the 1, but it needs to be down one more. Just one more. Okay. What's the math associated with that? Sure. We know these are the puzzle. Like it's more like we have to figure out how to roll it properly to make him land perfectly in this spot, looking just like this. Earlier we made it so the 1 and the 5 look like that. The 6 and the 2 look like the 6 and the 2 are on top, and then the 3 and the 4 are on top. But we probably didn't have the 2 and the 1 in orientation of the 4, or the 2 and the 6 as in orientation of the 3. The 2 and the 4 weren't shown where the 6 is on top, and the 3 and the 1 were not shown where the 2 is on top. So this is not really a puzzle. This is a sliding puzzle, which I don't like. These are like the very few puzzles I really just don't care for, because it's not, to me there's not thought into it. It's just do it until you get it. See, I want that, and I want it down 1. I'm fixing to just look it up. It's 2 and 3 I need. Like, I'm looking where the 1 is the whole time. Come on! Like, I need to rotate it just one little tick. Ugh. I'm gonna give it like 5 more minutes. I've been doing circles like this. I'll get the 2 and the 4 every time. I need to orientate the 1 differently. Now it's underneath. Because this only gives you, I think, 4 possibilities when you do this, and it's always the same. Like, the 1 will actually never end up on top by doing this. So change it up every now and then. Dang it, I got a little difference. Dang it. I'm just happy when I get it to this spot and the 1's on top. We need that just one more this way. Just one more. This is like Rubik's Cube stuff, where I understand there's a pattern to it. Like if I want the 1 to be literally right here on top, and I want the 2 and 3. Well, right now they're 4 and the 5, so I need to do this exact movement because of these mathematical figures. I don't care. I liked the dark one, where I had to add up to 100. Wait. Didn't change anything. Dang it. I'm not changing anything, am I? That's what I need right there, but I need it down one more. Wait. My brain will not allow this. I don't want to go to YouTube.
If you want it all.
I don't want to go to YouTube. Just... That's great. Dice puzzle. This is the one I want. So retry. One of the blue dice says 6. Other die. That's not... That doesn't have the right thing, though. Because I already solved this by having the dice on the right ones on top. 4... It doesn't have the 2 and the 3 and the 1 and the 4. I did this exact thing already with having the correct ones on top. Why is this one telling me it's right? I think it's wrong. I can't do the right. Let me do it in order. This says... One of the green dice says 1. When it says right, does it mean up or right? Because it says right, right. Oh my gosh, this guy's an idiot. I'm talking about me. One of the dice says red. That's not... Oh my gosh. I can't even find a guide to tell me how to do this properly. I don't like this puzzle. It's right or just selected. So it just says select it and then go right. So I'm actually like, I mean, when I hit right on the D-pad, it does something, it goes to that right, so that's fine. From the starting position. Blue with the 6 on top. Left, down, down, left. Red die with the 6 on top. Right, down, 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 down. What? Hold on a second. Is this different? it says from the starting position, get the blue die with a 6. Left, down, 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 left. And there's my 2 and a 3, which I really wanted. I must have hit this wrong. Right with a 6. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Green die with a 1. Down. Right, 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 down. Blue die with a 2 on top. Go down, right, up, right, right. Red die with a 5 on top. Go right, right, down, left, left. And green with a 3 on top. Down, down, right. Up, 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 up. There's always one puzzle that I don't like. Professor Layton again was the sliding puzzles with the little thing in front where you just slide. That to me, I just don't enjoy those as much. Our first one I didn't feel confident doing myself. I feel justified. I also feel like I did you guys a favor. I'm not making you stand there watching forever. You're welcome. It's all for you. Turn it on, turn it on. US, A, and B are all pairs consisting of 2 people. C, D, and E are solos of a single person. This is with the, that other puzzle thing they told us. Oh, it says it down there on the bottom. Okay. First, move the pairs A and B to the blank areas in the upper left pair. Next, move solos C, D, and E to the blank areas on the left over solo. A pair and a solo aligned vertically with VS between them will face off against an AB game. You can still move icons even after you've placed them. Once an opponent has been selected, the game will begin. Choose the vote for the US pair, either ally or betray. The results of your match will be displayed along with the results from the other teams. If the correct number of people reach the target BP after playing 3 rounds, the game will be completed. Okay, so pair, pair, set. And we're choosing this one. Now, what was our clue? We had a clue for this. This one. 3 people will definitely choose ally. 3 people will definitely choose betray. 1 is a mysterious mirror man. He will always do whatever his opponent does. First answer, strive for 9 with 6 cooperators. Second answer, we must be the only ones to surpass 9. So I think first answer and second answer is in reference to the secret gate, the secret safe answer, and the regular safe answer. 3 people always choose ally. 3 people always choose betray. So we need to figure out which 3 always hit ally, which 3 always hit betray, and which one is a mirror. How do I want to write this? Let's do some testing. Let's see if E, our opponent, if we hit ally, what does he hit? E hit betray. So we think E will always hit betray. Because he didn't mirror us. I wish it stayed there so I could see it. I already messed this up. I think we'll do this like a little bit at a time. What did C pick? C picked ally against, I think, B? Yeah, C and B both went up 2. So C and B both allied. And we know E is not the mirror, and he is always a betray. Let's see if B is a duplicate, or he mirrors. And we're going to see if C always hits ally. He does. I think C is an ally. Well, C could be an ally or a mirror. We don't know which. D's dead, but that's okay. Actually, let's give us D. What is D doing? D is always dying. So D died twice. He lost 2 and then he lost 2. A is sitting pretty at 9, so he allied and then betrayed. Or no, he betrayed twice, didn't he? He would have had to betray twice to get there. So I think E and A betray. D looks like he allies every time. C looks like he allies. What does B do? B is sitting in nothing. D, C, and B all hit ally. Huh. See, I can't test what A and B do. I can only test what C, D, and E do. C, D, and E, or C and D, we know so far are an ally or a mirror. And I can test that. See which one's a betrayer. C and B both hit ally, so does that mean which one is a betrayer? E is a betrayer. So let's see what B and E happens with B and E. I need to figure out, because right now I have E hitting betray every time. E is going to betray, and the last time we saw, B has hit ally. So let's see if B is a mirror. No, B is an ally. And not a mirror. Okay, let's see if A is an ally and or mirror. I don't think so, because right now we have 3. We have E being a betrayer every time. If A is a mirror, he'll hit betray. I think A is a mirror. But here's a weird question. If... Oh, I'm thinking wrong. 6 participants need to get out. So like 2 pairs and 2 solos could get out. So A mirrors. If A mirrors, we can make him ally. Oh, no, wait. He doesn't go with this. He's a pair. A is a pair. A will always mirror. D and C always ally, I think. C's looking... C can't get out. D can get out. So it'd be 1, 2. E needs to get out. So if we put E against B, I thought A mirrored and he didn't. I'm wrong. I really hope they don't shift up, like shift slots every time. A and E, I want to see if A always hits betray. We just found out last time he doesn't mirror. So A is a betrayer. C and B both hit ally. Does that mean B is the mirror? Which one I know for sure is C or D? I know C is it. Let's see if B will mirror. I'm still trying to figure out who's who. Ally, ally. Okay. A and E hit betray. B, I think, mirrors. I just did that, and they were both betray. Actually, if we just do what we did this last time, we should be able to get out. No, I did it wrong. I'm still not convinced which one's the mirror. Is it C or D? C, D, or... It's C or D. I think. A always betrays. E always betrays. Who else also always betrays? I haven't been able to pay attention. This is another test of the emergency broadcast system. So far, I think C... We're going to test if C is a mirrorer, because last time I wrote down in here, he allied. So if I hit betray, if C hits betray, he is the mirror. I'm also looking to see if B is the mirror, because he would have to hit betray. This actually helps. Because E will hit betray. If C is a mirror, he'll hit betray because I'm going to hit betray. And if B is a mirror, he'll hit betray. C is the mirror. C is the mirror. That makes B a betrayer. Oh, wait. No. One time C and B both hit ally. That's wrong. B can't be the... Why was he the betrayer? I'm not understanding the puzzle properly, I don't think. I thought I was going to be able to nail this one, but I'm not. A always hits betray, and if I think C is the mirror, C is going to hit betray. D, I think, always allies, and I had B hitting ally or betray, so let's see what happens with that. And E is going to hit betray. See, B can't be betrayed, because B just hit ally. So did D. B and D both hit ally. Why was it at one time he hit ally, or hit betray? I have A and E being betray. I have D and B allying. And I have C being a mirror. This one's not gonna work. USA, USB, USD. Used. I see what you did there. We died. A betrayed that time. Yep, knew that one. And B and D allied. Okay. A and E I have as betrayers. C I have as a mirror. D and B are allies. So let's sacrifice D to A. He'll hit ally. He'll hit betray. This guy's always going to hit betray. So let's put him with us and we'll eat it. B is going to hit ally, and so is C. This will get 2 pairs and a solo with a bunch of points. All according to plan. So let's do it again. Same thing. Let's give E all of our points. We'll get D and B all happy. A and C will be all happy. We're going to hit ally. Give it up again. C and A both hit betray. That's how it works. You're gonna do Yuyuk Saiguji? Who's that? Is that from Toho? So now we need A and B to be able to get out. So B should go with the mirror, which I have as C, right? So now B and so no, that's not gonna work. Dang it. I need A to steal from D. Need A to steal from D. I don't know what else I'm supposed to read because it's just a bunch of Yuyuk and Yuyuko. You could just pair A and E. A is a betrayer, E is also a betrayer. So they wouldn't go up at all. E would be able to get out for a solo. B should get out instead of C. E is going to betray. Just a pretty ally. That's 2 pairs and a solo. Well, I need 2 pairs, 2 solos. Dang it. Oh, okay. I see Fantasia. So we need A and B and us to, like, totally kick some butt. Let's make C our little friend. We need to... I don't like that D... I don't like that A and E are both betrayers. Let's let A and E be their own friends. B and D. C is going to mirror our ally. B and D always hit ally. A and E are just going to hit betray. Yeah, so we're always going to do A and E, B and D. So B, D, C. Just do it again. Yep. B, D, C. Do it again. This should be one answer. That's one. Soif means thirsty in French. There you go. Okay, so this is the easy one. This would be the one of the exits, which is... Just gonna do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Moon. Moon and a star. Pardon me. Okay. Next. What was the other thing? We get out, I think, is what we need. Right? We must be the only ones who surpass 9. Okay. Yeah, we're the only ones allowed to get out. Huh. Well, if you haven't seen the new My Little Pony episodes of Fantasia, I'd say watch those, because then you have a cutoff you'd see in the first few episodes that are out, and you go to bed. If you do Fruits Basket, you're just going to keep watching until you can't stop, and you're just going to keep watching it. So betray D, because D always allies. C, we want to mimic, I think, A. B, and E. E's going to betray, though. Well, let's see how this works first. We're going to hit betray. Okay, A and C, perfect. Doesn't go anywhere. We need E to get screwed. We need E to get betrayed. If A always hits betray, so this will be betray, betray. B does ally. E's gonna get, if we do this, B's gonna, or E is going to get over 9. You mean A and E still? Yeah, because this way, this is betray, betray. Double betray. B is ally, and he's gonna mirror. C is gonna mirror that, so B and C are just gonna get 2. D is going to ally. We can hit betray. Do that again, I think. I think we just do that again. What was it again? A and C. And then we go with D. Just make them even more negative. Wait, we can't do that. B is ally. Betray E so you don't get any points. Good call. D's gonna ally. B is going to ally. These are both going to ally. B is 3. D is fine. C is going to mirror the betray from A. So hit betray. And we should be good. Well done, Wit. Well done, sir. Woo! That was a... See, that's a fun puzzle. There's only 2 episodes in the new one? Oh, okay. So same thing, Fantasia. Both of those only have a few episodes to watch. This one is... Moon, Sun. Good puzzle room. Except for you. You're evil. You are an evil puzzle. You can go die in a fire. Oh, then I have no idea, Fantasia. If you're already thinking of doing neither, then... I haven't seen the new My Little Ponies either. I need to. It's the final season. I need to at least watch it. But I also want to wait till they maybe put it on Netflix so it's easier to find them. Daily Motion is the website that they usually end up being on, and there's just like so many cookies in there. I don't feel safe being on that website. Let's see. There's a room I haven't been to? We've heard about termites, so we can read this. A general term used to refer to insects in an epifamily of Terminata, of the cockroach order of Blatodida. That's right. Even though they are sometimes called white ants, termites aren't even in the same family as ants. They're in the cockroach family instead. Also, king crabs are in the hermit crab order, and the Romera are in the Perfitifera order. New Lunar Republic? I remember you telling me that website. I feel like I can read this because I've said the other ones. Words 03 says before he leaves. Have a nice trouble, have a nice tragedy, have a nice trust. We've seen the picture. This is a photograph that Tenjoji was holding. Excuse me. The subject is a girl named Akane Kurashiki. Aww. Yeah, I would say have a nice day too, Dark. Akane is one of the people who appeared in this game's sister title, 9 Hours, 9 Persons, 9 Doors, as a childhood friend of Junpei, the title's main character. In 999, she was 21 years old. This picture was taken 9 years before then, when she was 12. Look on the left side of the picture. If you look closely, it almost looks like there's a man grinning in the background. What? Do you see him? Don't worry if it seems a little strange. A spirit medium has told us that this person in this picture is a guardian spirit who looks after her. He must have shown up here because he heard of what destiny she had in store and decided to see what he was doing. What? I don't see this person because there's a bunch of text in the way. Whatever. Conjunction. Term used in positional astronomy, but simply means that two celestial bodies appear near one another in the sky. When used in context of our solar system, it often refers to a position where a given celestial body is aligned with the sun. For example, when Mars is on the opposite side of the sun from Earth, it is considered to be in conjunction with Earth. Mercury and Venus, which orbit closer to the sun than the Earth does, have two types of conjunction. When they are hidden from the other side of the sun, that is referred to as a superior conjunction. When they are lined up on the near side of the sun, that's called an inferior conjunction. No, Fantasia, I think we were reading this, we're like, have a nice trouble, have a nice tragedy, have a nice trust, and someone said, have a nice day, which I agreed with. Test site mystery. This question is a premier manned mission to the Mars, because we understand a little bit of this, I think. On New Year's Eve 2028, the audio logs from the simulation contained a woman's voice, assuming that to be one of the test subjects, saying the following: 6 of us are dead. Counting myself, there's only 3 left. I guess you could say I killed them. No, that's not quite right. Not just them, not just these 6, all of them, all 6 billion. Most evidence seems to suggest that this was the beginning of Rattlesickle 6 outbreak, and that the Nevada facility was the epicenter of that pandemic. I don't know how much of this we can read. That's probably new. That's probably new. Let's... Oh, we had deactivation passwords. Is this because we know them all now? Wait for the next conversation? Gotcha. Moon. Whew. We're doing it. Hey, are those Excelviers? Star keys? Yay. Two bottles of Excelvier. Nice. Oh, thank goodness. I don't know what to say. Cork is... He's gonna be okay. Is he crying? Yeah. Let's get out of here. We need to get this stuff with Alice and Cork and Alice. In this one, we don't need to copy it. We actually probably should. Just get all of the extra things. Get me out of here! That's a cool room, though. Especially with the notes I got to write. Still have a good part of this one to use. I can still write a bunch of notes on that one. Get out, though!
Huh. It opened.
We should get back to the Floor A warehouse, then.
Hey, wait. Did you guys hear something?
What?
You didn't hear it? It came from over there. It sounded like something turning on. See? Told you. The screen wasn't on before.
You're right. Guess it was set to turn on when we opened the door.
If this is the director room, I don't think I have a an ID for this one.
It looks like an authentication screen.
Because this is a single-headed lion eating a sun.
I think we need to put in an ID and a password.
Yeah, but what?
That was when I noticed the illustration. The lion is eating the sun. The lion is eating the sun. The lion is eating... Is it Memento Mori? Is that going to be the ID? Hold on. I'm going to take a picture of that so I don't forget the freaking things. I want to write it down when I can just take a picture of it. Oh my gosh, really? Come on. Ignore the bright thing on my light. Remember death. The ninth island ate the sun. Oh, this is the ninth lion? Overall? That's kind of cool. What did the, I already forgot the saying on the tombstone. Oh, of course. This was the real ninth lion. But if that was the case... Remember death. One, two, like Memento. I can't. Okay, so that didn't work. I think I could do the jumpy doll though. I feel like the password is jumpy doll. But what the flip is this one? Remember death? Am I supposed to know this right now in Sism? Because I have all the bombs are taken care of. I have the robot taken care of, completed taken care of. Director room, gate A and gate B are taken care of. I know everything. Dang it. Is it her name? Did I spell that right? Probably not. Dang it. Cool. Silver times 2. I'll just ask. Did I spell that right? Because that's important. I didn't spell it right. Is it Kurashiki? Yay.
Sigma, look!
What's up, girl?
Oh, joy of joy!
Yay! Thank you for the joy, the cheer, my good lady. Your...
Akane. Her name is Akane Kurashiki. I've been looking for her for a very long time.
He walked toward her. Slowly, carefully, almost as if he was afraid of scaring her away. He reached out.
She's a hologram.
Did you really... When you reached out, you went for her chest? What? Come on, man. Shoulder. Or, like, side. Just not right there. Come on now. Tenmyoji squeezed his eyes shut.
Akane.
Closed his hand around empty air and let it fall to his side. There was a moment of sad silence, and then she began to speak.
I see you finally arrived. I've been waiting for you. Well, I suppose that's slightly inaccurate. What you see now is a holographic message I recorded before you came here. Unfortunately, this means I will not be able to answer your questions, at least not directly. I hope you will understand. Now, where to begin?
Neither do I, Dan.
Probably have a great many
Also, happy Sunday.
questions. What day is it? Where are we? Who is Zero? And what does he have to do with Akane Kurashiki? But I imagine there is one question that rises above all the others. Why were we brought here? The answer to that is simple. Everything that has happened here is part of our plan. All of this was required for the success of the AB project. I assume you heard the name by now, at least. In any event, our plan. The nonary game was necessary for the same reason. Your question now, I imagine, is just what is this AB project? The answer to that is also simple. Allow me to explain. We created the AB project for one purpose: to transport the consciousnesses of two people into the past. Those two people are you, Sigma, and you, Phi.
Oh, great. Though the words were out of my mouth, I realized no one there could answer the question. Not Phi, not 10MLG, and certainly not a pre-recorded hologram.
Have you figured out what this room is? I assume you saw the Q on the door. It stands for quantum.
Quantum.
That makes this the quantum room.
Okay. It took me a moment to realize she changed subjects without even pausing. There was nothing we could do, of course, but I still felt a twinge of frustration. Yeah, send your consciousness back from the future into the past. Perfect.
Take a look at the rear of the room. Do you see that large enclosure? That houses our quantum computer. The systems that control this entire facility run on that machine. That includes the construct you refer to as Zero Junior, as well as the golems. All of them do their thinking in that box.
It's a pretty important
Isn't that
box.
strange, though? It seems contrary to how we perceive the world. The body, the thing that you see and interact with, is somewhere else. But the mind and all its thoughts are in this box. Perhaps it isn't so strange, though. Perhaps humans are the same, with our minds and thoughts existing separate from our bodies.
I would say, Dan, how to do that, but I don't know if that's a custom one. Can you hit exclamation point alerts? Because I don't want you to waste 68, but you simply just type the word cheer and a number with no space, and that's how you cheer on a channel. But I would say look at one of the custom alerts that we have. It is? Then you just type the word cheer with 68 and no space.
Our core is in our head, of course. We all have individual brains, think individual thoughts, and act according to individual wills. That makes communication difficult, though.
No space. No space between the word and the number.
So, we're forced to rely on inefficient mediums, like language, photographs, nonverbal cues, etc., to transmit information. Each one of us is an individual, and we have no direct connection to anyone else. But, is that really true? In the dimensions we are most familiar with, yes, it is. If we look at things from another higher dimension, however, we may all be connected after all.
We're all
Like
connected by the
branches
The
circle of
balance
life.
shifts in my
or
favor.
rhizome.
Yeah! Look at that symmetry. Thank you, Dan. Appreciate that cheer, man. Appreciate it. The try-hard 68 bits.
Imagine a horizontal cross.
That's right. I was about to say that. I think that one was yours.
A large tree. All you can see are the spots where the roots intersect the plane of your cross-section. In the two dimensions you see, the roots all appear to be individual things with no connection to one another. But this isn't the case. If you expand your view and look at the root system in 3 dimensions instead of only 2, you see the truth. All the roots join together at the trunk.
Okay.
In 2 dimensions, they appear to be separate. But if you look at the roots from a 3rd higher dimension, you see
So
things
we're...
that might appear to be separate from one another in 3 dimensions could be connected to one another if you look at them in 4 dimensions.
So like in the future when people are dead, we're like down one of the roots that's like, I guess, decaying, and so they're sending a signal up towards the trunk to say to fix it so they don't go down and make that root.
Doesn't that at least seem like it could be a possibility? I believe that is how human consciousness actually works. Well, I'm not the only one, I suppose. Zero and I share that belief.
Morphogenetic field theory.
I also find it interesting that Akane is working with Zero again. Because she worked with them in 999, right? In the third one, though... Did that work in the third one? Actually, I probably shouldn't say anything about the third one, since if you're watching this on YouTube, then you'll just go into that one, because we played it out of order, if you're wondering. Tenmyoji mumbled something that sounded like nonsense. I opened my mouth to ask him what he meant, but Akane was already talking again.
Now, when I talk about a fourth dimension, I'm referring to the fourth dimension used in Minkowski space-time. Let's start with a single dimension, where all that exists is a point. Connect points to one another, and you have a line. In one dimension, the only surface you can create is that, a line.
Okay.
But move to two dimensions and create more lines, and you can create shapes.
Okay.
These are two-dimensional surfaces.
We're about to get some physics, like quantum physics learning right now.
Move up to three dimensions, and you can connect these shapes to one another and form three-dimensional objects. Now you have a three-dimensional surface, which encompasses a volume of space.
Okay.
Connect three-dimensional objects to one another, and you formed a four-dimensional object, which encompasses a volume of both space and time. It is on that fourth-dimensional axis that our minds are connected. If that was true, then what would prevent anyone from sending their consciousness backward or forward in time? That theory is the foundation of the AB project. The A represents after, and the B represents before. It probably sounds silly to you. A ridiculous story made up by a mad old woman. But look at what's happened to you. You've seen many different worlds and timelines, haven't you, Sigma? And what about you, Phi? I know you have too. Am I wrong? Tenmyoji should know what I'm talking about as well. I believe you experienced something very similar nearly half a century ago. You sent your consciousness to the past to help save a little girl's life. It was a long time ago, but perhaps you still remember.
I'm sure he
Yeah,
does.
of course I do. How can I forget?
So he is
That little
Junpei.
girl was you, Akane.
Did we ever get what Junpei's last name was in the first one? I'm pretty sure it wasn't Tenmyoji. So I feel like Phi and I were outsiders trespassing on something we had no right to see. Tenmyoji's face was taunt with emotions as he looked into Akane's eyes. It seemed almost like she was looking back at him.
Now, unfortunately, my time is up. The final stage of the project will begin very soon. I need to go prepare. The next time we meet, I can tell you the rest of the story. So come and find me. I'll be waiting. One last thing. The cat in the box. Is it alive or is it dead?
Say alive, just so it stays alive.
Sigma, Phi, you will decide its fate. Goodbye.
Wait! Akane, wait!
Oh, Tenmyoji, I can almost see you. You don't need to worry. Everything is going to be okay. I will see you again one day. I promise. But I'm going to have to ask you to wait just a little longer.
Wait.
Akane!
Connie! Then she was gone. Tenmyoji collapsed to his knees, his back hunched and shaking. I saw tears land on the white-knuckled fists he pressed against his thighs. Aww. I kept quiet. What was there to say? Fi and I looked at one another and nodded silently. With a shaking hand, Tenmyoji pulled a photograph out of his pocket. It was a picture of a girl. After all that we'd been through, her smile was enough to break your heart. It was a pretty good one, Lynn. The story is real. It's really actually quantumly messed up, but still really good. We made our way to the warehouse on floor A and met with the others. It took only a few minutes to decide to head to the infirmary. Whew. I don't want to look at the flowchart in case I'm spoiled on something. As soon as we arrived, we began to treat... Oh, we can read the these things, right? Tenmyoji and Alice, though. And Sism, do we have a clear to read these? We read AB Project. AB before and after. All be sort of anima and body. Okay. When I see Lagomorph, isn't that the junior? Yeah. Scientific name for an order for which rabbits belong. 030's actual name. Yeah. Minkowski space? Oh, this is the thing she just talked about that I wasn't even worrying about. Trying to understand. Tenmyoji and Alice, when they were split up with the red, blue, and green chromatic doors, Tenmyoji told Alice that there was something he had to tell her. That something was, of course, his identity, and that he already knew all about Alice and Ice 9, and not because he'd heard it from Clover. Okay. Tenmyoji and Clover. After the second round of the AB game, after going through the purple and green doors, Clover, as a solo, was heard to saying to the following Tenmyoji, her opponent. What the heck do you mean with all that? It's not fair. If you're telling the truth, then... So what had Tenmyoji told her? The same thing he meant to say to Alice, of course. He told her who he was. That simple fact shook Clover's resolve and made her vote ally. It probably hadn't been his original intention to betray her, but after thinking about Quark's safety, he probably felt better. Felt he had no choice to betray. Here's something a little more about the bomb deactivation passwords. Those passwords, they aren't just gibberish. There's something hidden in each one. I can only give you one hint. 1+. Good luck. Are you kidding? There's a lot more to the story, but I think we'll stop the secret archives here. Thanks for playing at home. Oh my gosh, their phone numbers? Oh, come on. Do I want to read the mystery of Phi? Sure. Who is Phi? There are a few clues scattered throughout the story, but nothing conclusive. Perhaps the truth will be revealed at the Nevada test site. Nice. Is that everything? Again, we still have one room, apparently. Gave Luna the Accelerator I found in Q room. She quickly prepared it and shot him. Injected Alice and Quark.
Thank goodness. It will take some time for them to recover completely, but they should be fine.
Yay!
Good.
Indeed.
Thank you, Luna. And thanks for finding the medicine, you guys. Thank you so much.
Don't sweat it. We got this.
No need to thank us.
Tenmyoji said nothing, just walked over to Quark's unconscious body. He took the small boy's hand in his own and held it tight. I could see tears at the corner of his eyes, and he turned away from us. So here's the question. Is Quark going to end up being the kid of Akane and Junpei? That's all I can think of. Or it's just, you know, a random orphan that was found randomly. That's also possible. Like the story Quark actually said. Suddenly I remembered Dio. Where had he gone? Didn't take me long to find him. Yeah. He was sprawled unconscious on the floor beneath the sink.
Oh,
Handcuffs.
we found those in the crew quarters. Before you returned, we went to check on the bomb in room 2, and we found them there. Of course, the bomb was indeed turned off. Thank you again for dealing with them. You are, quite literally, lifesavers.
Yay!
You have my eternal gratitude.
You are eternally grateful. And welcome. I coughed awkwardly and looked pointedly at the room. I glanced over at Phi to see how she was doing. She was doing the same thing. After that, we headed back to the 4A warehouse to play the AB game. Specifically me, Phi, K, and Luna. Clover and Temioji decided to remain in the infirmary just in case something happened with Alice, Quark, or Dio. Luna would represent Clover's team. With Quark and Dio sleeping, K would represent their team by default. Which left me, Phi, and Temioji. You should vote.
No, I'll let you handle it. I chose Betray in the last round. You probably don't trust me right now.
That doesn't matter now.
Excuse me. I apologize for interrupting, but I think you should be the one to vote in the next round, Phi.
Why?
You already have 9 BP. There's no reason for you to choose Betray now. You see?
You're acting like I might actually try and betray her.
Not necessarily.
What does it matter what he's suggesting? We're almost there. We just have to play the AB game 3 more times.
It's
Then
true.
we can all get 9 points. But that means each representative has to choose ally all 3 times.
Yep.
Okay. I'll vote. You sure you're alright with this, Sigma?
Go for it, girl. I handed her the star key.
Shall we open the doors?
We essentially won. The only problem would be if Dio, Quark, and Alice got in a team.
An ambidex gate has been opened.
If they're on a team, then none of them would vote that round.
45 minutes remain until ambidex...
Oh, right. We have to wait for the deadline.
Oh. Well, we could vote earlier, but then each voter would be stuck inside the AB room for 45 minutes.
Which doesn't sound like a lot of fun.
Okay. Let's go back to the infirmary then.
I agree. Please, lead the way.
Luna and Kay set off toward the yellow door. I was about to follow them when...
Hold on. I just remembered something. The AB room on the left. In one of the other histories, she...
Oh, yeah. You're right. Kai's body was in there. What does this mean? Why didn't we find her body this time? Oh, yeah. So wait, in this one we didn't find Akane's body?
Maybe because she wasn't murdered.
How? When did history change?
Do you remember what Akane said?
See her later?
Cat in the box. Is it alive? Or is it dead? Sigma, Phi. You will decide its fate.
It's so creepy when it does that. It's just... Schrodinger's cat thing.
Exactly.
I wonder what she meant about us deciding its fate.
Perhaps she was saying her own fate wasn't decided yet. The history where she's alive and the history where she's murdered are both real right now.
It's true. We've already opened the box. We opened the door to this AB room and there was no body.
No, we haven't opened the box. We haven't found a body, but we haven't found her alive yet either.
Here you go.
In
Okay.
other words, we haven't actually observed her. The hologram was a recording from before this game started.
So
The
mind
next time
gamey.
we meet, I can tell you the rest of the story. So come and find me. I'll be waiting.
Are you in the director's office in your chair? Where was Akane now? Where is she waiting for us? Or what if she wasn't anywhere now? What if she was waiting for us in another timeline? What if she was waiting for us in the past? Was that even possible? If she was, what would that mean? My brain hurts. To be continued, what? We don't have anything else to do in the game. A new destination has been added to the flowchart. Oh my gosh, you are joking. What? There wasn't enough room, so they went back to the top? Okay. We're about to jump into the past. Let's go! Ow, 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 ow. Dang it. Feels like my head's gonna explode. Wait. Where the... We're back at the beginning of the freaking game.
No, this is one of the AB rooms.
Ah! Who the heck are you? What the heck's an AV room?
Damn. I guess you did lose your memory after all.
Memory. Memory. No, we good. My memory's here. I remember. You're Fi. She grinned. When is this?
Check your bracelet.
It's red pair BP3.
Mine's the same.
Does this mean this is the beginning of the game? We've gone back to when we first woke up in the AB room?
No. I think we woke up a little earlier this time.
How do you know?
Push the buttons on the side of your bracelet.
2 hours, 15.
We didn't wake up this long before the primary doors opened last time. I think we're about an hour early.
Wait a minute. If you're right...
Yeah. Akane might still be alive.
Let's go talk to her.
We got back before Dio killed her. I think. Right. We're here for one reason.
Is it gonna make me solve the puzzle again? Because I threw that paper away. To stop her from getting killed.
Exactly.
Let's move. We need to get out of here fast.
Don't need to tell me twice. Let's go.
Please don't make me do this again. Come on. Come on, game. We did it already. I just don't remember where I wrote on my notes. Please. Oh, no. Okay, okay, okay. We don't need to look there. This is our past, remember? Means we're just repeating history. You see what I'm getting at? The password for the safe should be the same we got from earlier. Oh! And we have it in our thing. Perfect. Password... Elevator? Right? It would be this one? Let's do the blue one. Moon, star, moon. Is that it? Moon, star, moon. Oh, I did it wrong. I want to see if I already got this, or if it's something new. Okay, I already got it. That's the wrong password! Fine. Jeez. Moon, moon, star. The cracker, I meant key. What is up with her speech? Like, we say cat stuff and she just randomly says totally different words? I know. I don't need to ask every time, right? And why the heck are you asking? Hurry up and... Right. I'm going. 10, 9, 8. 1, done. Thank you. You push the button. Bite me, you're taking too long. We're on a schedule here. Best room! New record. Fine Eye climbed up through the hatch. Took his moment to spot them. Akane! Behind her was Dio. He was moving quickly and quietly, a knife glinting in his right hand. Balls. Come on, Fi, be superhuman. There was no time to yell through her. I scrambled down from the top of the AV room. Fi wasn't following me. When I looked back, she was still standing on the roof. What the heck are you doing? Get down here. Before I could finish, she moved. She ran across the roof, launched herself into the air. Yeah! Frickin' Chung-Li up right there.
He's fine.
Yeah.
Just unconscious.
I bent down and held my fingers in front of his mouth. He was still breathing.
I don't think he saw me. He probably has no idea what happened to him.
Guy went down like a sack of potatoes.
He had it coming.
Our footsteps come to a stop right in front of us. I looked up.
So you came. I've been waiting for you. You're here to hear the rest, right?
Yes. Wait. Just wait a minute. What the heck is your deal? How can you be so calm? If we hadn't shown up just now, you'd...
Have been stabbed in the heart by this young man and died. Yes. Although, that reminds me, I haven't thanked you yet. Thank you very much.
Kane, you're being super freaky right now.
I very much appreciate you saving me.
Hold on. How do you know about being stabbed by Dio? Are you an Esper too?
Yes. Indeed, I am.
Why are you so slow?
I am able to jump through time, just like you.
But what the heck were you thinking? If you knew he was going to stab you, why were you going to let him do it?
Because I had to.
What?
Think back. Why are you here? If I hadn't been killed by Dio, no one else would have been murdered. Consequently, your own abilities would never have manifested. I did explain, didn't I? The purpose of the AB project was to send the two of you to the past. Or your minds, at least. In order for that to happen, some death was necessary. When a human brain is faced with danger, its processing speed increases. Information is processed more quickly, and time almost seems to slow. A few seconds can feel like an eternity. Unfortunately, that in itself isn't enough to send oneself through time. The amplitude of the consciousness is simply too small. In order to increase the amplitude, we need to slow down the brain before the increase happens. It's a little like a slingshot. You pull back on the rubber band and then let go. The potential energy you stored in the band is released and converted into kinetic energy. That's what fires the bullet out of the slingshot. Now, while a slingshot can only fire in one direction, your mind isn't similarly limited. When the bullet of your consciousness is fired from the slingshot of your brain, it travels past the three-dimensional world and into the four-dimensional one.
So we're in the gummy ship to go to the next...
Time is no longer fixed. In other words, you can travel to the future, the past, whenever you like. Your consciousness has been released from the three-dimensional cage. In order for that to happen, I had to infect you with Radical 6.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That made a lot of sense, actually. Okay, so they're saying they'll be able to make a jump. There has to be like a ramp up, and if you're already normal, the ramp up from where it needs to go, it's kind of like Back to the Future. You have to get the speed up. Well, what if they only have so much space? Or, like, they need to get to a certain difference of here to here. I need to increase to whatever miles per hour. But in this one, they slowed the brain down so much, so the difference between of where our brain was and where it needed to be to jump was so far. When it let go, okay, something made sense, I think. And there's a lot of it that still doesn't make sense. But that part made sense, and I celebrated understanding something.
Don't you remember, Sigma? Luna should have told you about it in another timeline.
Are you sure? Infecting all of these people with such a horrible disease?
Every single one of you has been infected. Well, apart from Luna, of course. Unfortunately, it was necessary. We needed to slow your minds in order to store up your potential energy.
That's making
Then
some
we
sense.
provided a dire situation that would accelerate your processing speed. The result is what you are now experiencing. Your consciousness now occupies four-dimensional space-time.
Woo!
Even
Upgrade!
that, however, wasn't enough. You had the ability to travel, but your memories could easily be lost during the trip.
Which sucks.
If the project was to succeed, you had to be able to retain everything you learned in each reality. That was the reason you were forced to jump so many times. With each jump, your ability to remember improved. Eventually, you would be able to retain everything.
Flexing our smart
That
muscle.
is why we made you play the A-B game. That was why you had to select different chromatic doors. By forcing specific choices, we could cause you to make more jumps.
I think I finally understand. You crazy. A lot of things I don't understand, but all of what you said just told me makes some sense. Yay! See, it's where I am. That's where I am in the boat. Good night, Fantasia. Good choice. You did all of this so that Fi and I could jump through four-dimensional space with our memories intact? Right?
Yes.
Why'd you need us to do that? People have died for this. I mean, let's count how many different ways people died. Murder, antimatter explosion, suicide. I've died, so has Fi, so have you. I think Alice died the most. Well, so did Akane, actually. She died a lot, too. So why would you do all this? What does it matter that Fi and I jumped through time?
Haven't I told you? Death was unavoidable. You were all destined to die. Sacrifices had to be made for the sake of the project.
Okay. I already know all that. What I'm asking you is why. What is so important that it's worth all of this?
I'm sure you'll figure it out eventually.
What? Just when is eventually?
In a
Tell us the answer.
future not very far from now.
Star Wars reference? That's not good enough. Why can't you tell us now? Instead of answering, Akane knelt down next to Dio and picked his knife up off the floor.
I'm going to keep this with me.
Don't change the subject.
But it's almost time.
What are you talking about? We've got plenty of time.
No. In a few moments, you'll return to the original timeline.
What?
This is the way it has to be. Don't fight it.
Wait, so you're gonna force us to jump?
Logomorph.
Yes.
Logomorph?
You call him Zero Jr. His official designation is Logomorph. Logomorph, this is an order. Unlock my bracelet.
Compliance.
Oh, not even with a cute little, like, back and forth? Putting it on Dio, probably.
Now, everything is in place. I have put the bracelet onto Dio. All we have to do is place his body in the 5th AB room, the second one from the right.
That's the one Quark is in, right?
Correct. I will move him. I will also put your bodies back into the 3rd AB room. Once that's done, I will reset its puzzle to an unsolved state.
Why did you need to do all that?
To recreate the history that you remember. Your consciousness is about to leave your body and return to the future. Your body will be emptied, and your other consciousness will jump back in. If your bodies aren't back in the 3rd AB room by then, it would be bad.
So you're saying some version of us is going to wake up in that room and repeat the same history again? Well, I guess this could actually be our 2nd or 3rd time.
You are exactly correct.
This is some cool, messed up stuff.
Lastly, I'm going to leave this with you.
She paused and pulled something out of her pocket. I have been waiting for a freaking key to go back to the freaking garden where the freaking tombstone was that had a key thing. I think that's where it's gone.
I'll tie it onto your ankle so that you won't lose it. All right, Sigma?
What's it say on there?
Tu fui ego eris.
It's Latin. It means, what you are, I was. What I am, you will be.
Yes.
Yes.
What am I supposed to do with it?
It will help you meet someone who's very important.
What?
Go. Return to the future. You won't
Back
be alone.
to the future.
I will be at your side, watching over you. Now hurry.
Wait. I still... Now here's the question. Am I going to be able to finish this tonight? I think I can. I might be able to push it. Might be able to push it. New destination has been added to flowchart. 'Cause I can't stop here. That'd be horrible. Hold on. Let's make sure. Yep, did all that. Okay. This could be it. This could be the it.
Oh, looks like you're awake.
Is this the infirmary?
Why are we here?
Do you know what happened at the AB gate?
Kay and I went back to the infirmary, but...
We waited and waited, and the two of you never returned.
So we went to the warehouse to check on you.
We found you passed out in front of the AB rooms.
Kay and I hurried back here with you.
Huh. I looked over at Fi, met her eyes. Do you remember what happened just now?
You mean what happened a long time ago?
Yeah. You got him pretty good, huh?
Huh. Yeah, I remember all right.
Hey, what are you guys talking about?
What
What am I? Top liver?
You're alive!
Back among the conscious and not psychotic, huh?
Yeah, thanks. Grandpa told me what you did. Thanks for finding the medicine for us.
Technically, we're all sick. All our day's work. Although, I wouldn't mind a little swimsuit action.
Really grabbing at straws here, aren't you?
I mean, freaking Alice is already halfway there. I wasn't talking to Quark. That was an offer for Alice.
Not really my point.
Whatever. Forget about that. Now that you guys are awake, all we gotta do is open the number 9 door.
Huh?
What are you talking about?
Look at your bracelet.
It says 10. I have 10.
I've got 15 BP.
15? Oh, they did all the things while we were out.
That means I got 6 more points while I was out.
But how?
You've been asleep for more than 2 hours. We've played the AB game 3 times.
3 times?
Of course, the color and group assignments were shuffled around each time. But no matter who voted, Everyone chose ally.
Even Dio? Yeah. Tenmyoji and Luna bringing up the rear with Alice.
And now all of us have enough to leave.
I was stunned. How had everyone cooperated long enough to raise all our BP past 9? Was it because Akane hadn't been killed? Without a death to start things off, maybe we'd been less suspicious of one another. Or it could be the bombs had something to do with it. We'd all joined forces against Dio, and Fine Eye had been able to disarm all of them. All of us had banded together against a common enemy and overcome a tremendous threat. Perhaps that strengthened our bond. Which I had to admit would be somewhat ironic. After all, Dio had planted the bombs that forced all of us to work together against him. This must would have been what Akane was talking about.
Haven't I told you? Death was unavoidable.
Needed a reason for us to be mad at
Sacrifices had
somebody.
to be made for the sake of the project.
Makes sense.
Come on, let's go!
Woo!
Let's open the door and get out of here!
I agree. Wait. What about him? After some discussion, we decided to leave Dio behind. Alice was the only holdout. She complained about wanting to take him back to her superiors, but after I mentioned that they'd come back to investigate after we escaped and deal with Dio then, she reluctantly complied.
All right. Let's get going.
Cool. Is this going to be like the victory perfect ending? Are we going to get a perfect ending? Do we get the true ending? Do we get the Akane ending? Do we get the Sigma ending? Which ending are we missing, actually?
Yes, just get on with it.
Everyone else swallowed and nodded. I grabbed the lever and pulled it down.
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
Alright, everybody, let's move. I still haven't done the key thing! Yeah, the tombstone! I don't need to tell him twice. The room inside was clearly a loading elevator. It looked like some sort of large plate on top of a pedestal. We ran to the center of the plate and turned around. Well, why? The number 9 door stood wide open.
2, 1, 0. The number 9.
We'll go back and go to the garden and then unlock it. Whatever timeline was the garden. We're gonna go there. I ain't gonna miss something like that.
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the nonary game. Thank you for your... As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked.
I didn't want to skip it the last time we're gonna hear that. Shouldn't they be depressurizing? Right? I would think they would need to.
Looks like we did it.
Yes, we should keep moving.
Beyond the door was a wide hallway that ended in a very solid wall. To the left, we found a very familiar looking door. We pushed it open and went in. Okay, we are depressurizing. I was like, we need to depressurize. We'll freaking have our eyes pop out of our head.
You know what this place is?
Yeah, sort of. This whole facility is pressurized, apparently. I think the idea is to keep the air outside and consequently the virus from getting inside. That means that if we want to go out, we have to decompress so we match the outside air pressure. This room is where you prepare for going into the actual pressure exchange room. See all those suits? Figure we need to put those on and head to the decompression room downstairs.
Whoa! Hold on a minute. You're saying the air outside is full of that horrible virus?
Yeah, that's what it seems like. Of course, according to Akane, we were already infected with Radical 6, so the whole room seemed a little pointless.
Why? How did all this happen?
Did they?
No, that's not possible.
We've come this far. We can't turn back now. Let's go outside. There's no way to know what's really going on until we do.
All right.
No one else objected. We all donned the protective suits and headed downstairs to the decompression room. The one that did not have the gigantic bunny. As soon as we were all inside, the process began. Through my helmet, I could hear the soft hiss of air being sucked out of the room. We stood there for several minutes, waiting for the process to finish. At last it did, and we heard the door begin to open. Beyond it was another decompression chamber. We repeated the process 2 more times before we reached the final door and opened it. For safety. So we're in the desert, I'm pretty sure. Dead, bleak landscape wasn't a surprise for me. I'd seen it before in another timeline. The others hadn't, however, and although I couldn't see their faces through the visors of the helmets, I heard more than a few gasps over the radio. For a few long moments, we just stood there, astonished.
Where the hell are we?
The desert, I guess?
I figured that out. I mean, which one?
I don't know, but I think I know what day it is. Look at the moon. It's red, right? That means today's the total lunar eclipse.
Pardon me.
So?
So are they the ones that infected the world with Radical 6?
Remember the astronomy magazine in the lounge? Well, the next eclipse like this was going to be on December 31st, 2028. So...
Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. Are you suggesting we were sleeping for a week after we were abducted?
Probably.
I think so.
Wherever we were must have been far away from any city. The air was clearer than I'd seen it. And the stars, the sky was full of them. More stars than I'd ever seen in my life. I could even spot the hazy arm of the Milky Way. But the most striking feature was the moon. It was blood red and massive, much bigger in fact than I remembered it ever being. Then as I watched it, the black spot began to move across the surface. It was hard to see details, but it looked circular. The spot continued to move across the moon, heading for the right edge. What? Are they gonna put aliens in this now? Could they be the original experiment, the one that would ruin Radical 6 with the world? The thing is, I don't know if that's true, because I thought the whole point of getting Phi and Sigma to be able to jump back and forth was to prevent Radical 6 from coming out. But then why would they make the experiment to make Radical 6 to make them leave and spread it to the world and then have them fix it? Why then just not make Radical 6?
The moon. Well, the moon's shadow, actually.
The moon's shadow? I frowned. That didn't make any sense.
Zero told me to stay quiet. I think he was worried I'd spill the beans on his operation.
Oh, are we actually on Mars then?
He said if I didn't toe the line, he wouldn't just kill me. He'd kill Quark, too. And I agreed, like an idiot, and brought Quark with me. Just so I could see her. Such an idiot. So, that being the case, might as well start with this. I meant what I said before. That up there is the moon's shadow.
That's the moon's shadow. So we're looking at Mercury or something?
Think about it. If that's the moon's shadow, then what's it falling on?
We're on the moon?
That's Earth?
Yeah. It's not the red moon you get from a lunar eclipse. And again, this isn't a lunar eclipse. It's a solar eclipse. Anybody in the black spot down there is looking up at the moon covering the sun.
We are on the frickin' moon. So if that's the Earth, then where the heck are we? Please be on the moon.
The moon, of course. This is the lunar surface. We were just inside a moon base.
Which makes more sense with the compression.
No way. No, you've got to be lying. How do you expect us to believe that? This can't be the moon.
Yeah. That's pretty ridiculous. Besides, if this was the moon, how do you explain the gravity? The moon only has 1/6 of the Earth's gravity. So what's this?
Is she about to jump really, really high? She picked up a rock and dropped it.
See? That looked perfectly normal.
Yes, it looked that way.
But we have Radical 6.
You were right about the gravity in a way. I was one of the people who knew this wasn't
Oh,
Earth.
wow.
Well, I suppose I'm not people, if we're being honest, but
Excuse me? What?
please just
Because our
listen.
brain is processing
Alice,
slower?
you were infected with Radical 6. Then we gave you the Excelavir, which cured you. The Radical 6 isn't completely gone, though. Some of its symptoms stick around for a while.
What symptoms?
Well,
Processing
Radical 6
speed.
can slow down your brain's processing speed by the root of 1/6. It can take a while for your brain to get back up to speed. Every one of us has been infected. In other words, all of our brains have been processing information at a much lower speed. If you evaluated the root of 1/6, you'll get a number close to 0.408. That means our brains are running at something slightly less than half speed.
Yep.
As you said before, the moon's gravity is about 1/6 that of Earth's. The time that it takes for an object to fall is inversely proportional to the square root of the gravitational acceleration.
Making things make sense
Since the gravity is lower
is so
on the
cool.
moon, that means the time increases. I guess that's a little technical. Let me give you an example. Say you drop an apple from a height of 4.9 meters. It will take approximately 1 second to hit the ground.
Yep.
On the moon, however, that time would be 1 second times root 6, which would be approximately 2.45 seconds. I used 4.9 meters because it matches up with the acceleration of gravity nicely, but it could be anything. The gravity constant is, well, a constant. You could drop something from 10 centimeters or 10 meters and it would be the same. Does that make sense? So now we've established that on the moon, things fall root 6 times slower than they do on Earth. That being the case, what would happen if someone's brain slowed down by root 1/6? To them, 2.45 seconds would feel like 1 second. 4.9 seconds would feel like 2. But it's not hypothetical. That's what's been happening to every one of us. Wait, you're saying that's the reason we didn't notice the weaker gravity? Are you sure you didn't notice anything? Think back. Huh? You and Sigmund Phi said something about it in the lounge. About how you felt weird.
This is so cool.
It's kind of like my body isn't really mine. I'm sort of floating. Like that.
Because of the gravity. So cool. It seemed insane, but what Luna said made sense. In fact, it explained Phi's apparently superhuman strength quite well. That's true. I just thought she was super strong. Yeah.
Wait. This is crazy. That can't possibly be Earth out there.
Yeah, it's red.
Look at it. I've seen photos of Earth, and it's blue and green and beautiful. That thing is just red.
Before we get into that,
I say.
Today is January 27th. No.
Don't tell me. 30?
Still no.
50 years probably
Just
passed.
what year is this?
Like 2080.
It's 74.
Yeah.
2074.
That's insane. That would mean we were all abducted more than 45 years ago and put in cryostasis.
I don't blame you if you don't believe me,
Woo!
but it's the truth.
How can you be sure?
It's not that hard. Quark and I left Earth on January 23rd, 2074. Solar eclipses are easy to predict. We've known that there'd be one on the 27th for a long time. That's just science. Nobody can change that.
But why is the Earth red?
That's a long story.
Get going.
45 years ago, on April 13th, 2029, there were 18 annihilation reactors operating in various parts of the world. On the 13th, all 18 of them went up.
Oh
all
gosh.
At the same time.
Oh great.
The explosion was about 180,000 times as powerful as the atom bomb they dropped on Hiroshima.
Ugh. Why?
I suppose it started a few months before that.
Okay. So we blew up the
The
world.
government had a test site for a future Mars mission out in the middle of Nevada. On December 31st, 2028, there was an accident. Well, accident doesn't quite convey the right sense of the thing. The point is, Radical 6 claimed its first victims there, then escaped. Didn't take long for it to spread to the rest of the world. Like Luna explained, the virus slows your brain down, but eventually, it also makes you kill yourself.
Just, you know,
Pretty soon,
as you do.
bodies started to pile up. Some people would take a dive off a building or shoot themselves in the head. You know, the classics. But for some, it was poison or fire or asphyxiation or the noose. Plenty of
Jeez.
people jumped in front of trains or cars. One pilot on a passenger airline drove his plane into the ground. Most forms of transportation ground to a halt pretty fast.
Yeah.
That meant food couldn't get distributed, and thousands of people who weren't even infected died from starvation.
Oh.
Everywhere you went, there were just piles of corpses, covered in flies and rats and crows. I don't know what hell's like, but I imagine it's a lot like that. After a while, people who managed to avoid getting infected started trying to get in touch with one another. They got a hold of some radios and organized a couple meetings. There was only one thing to discuss, of course. How could they get rid of Radical 6? The answer, they decided, was purification. They figured they could just roast the surface of the Earth and that'd kill the virus off for good. On April 13th,
Wait, so the sane people blew it up with
put
nukes?
their plan into effect. That plan was to detonate all 18 annihilation reactors.
Wow, we're smart.
Now the truth is, that's mostly just rumor. Nobody really knows what happened. But I've got my own theories. I think that the bombers had already been infected.
Yeah,
And when they died, they took billions with them.
that's more
The
more
ultimate
likely.
"If I die, you're coming with me" gesture, I suppose. I bet you money they'd all lost it long before they got to the reactors. Killing most of the world, no matter how bad things had gotten, was not a sane plan, even if it wasn't directly responsible. Radical 6 killed most of the people on Earth.
Yeah.
Anyway, why it happened isn't that important. Point is, it happened. You ever heard of nuclear winter? Well, that's basically what we got. The explosion threw a ton of crap up into the stratosphere, where it joined up with smoke and ash from all the fires. It blotted out the sun for 7 years.
Yeah, pretty much.
Plants
In Sism the Bluebird
withered,
Lamentation.
animals died by the millions. The few humans who were left banded together to survive. They were rough times. Eventually, they were over, though. The sky cleared and the sun came back. Plants started blooming again, and the animals that hadn't died out completely began to
That takes like a
reappear.
decade or three,
Things
right?
weren't quite back to normal, though. It's been 45 years now, but there's still quite a bit of dust and ash in the air. That's what you're seeing. You know why a sunset's red? Well, this is the same thing. light have short wavelengths, and they scatter when they run into debris in the air. Red light, on the other hand, has a longer wavelength, which means it'll get a lot farther when the air's dirty.
Yep.
So there you are. The Earth looks red because that's
Same reason why
the
sky's
color of
blue.
light that can make it through the atmosphere.
Blue gets through, the other colors getting reflected off. It's so cool. I was speechless. What could I possibly say? There was no reason for Tenmyoji to lie to us. So we were standing on the moon, looking at Earth. As you do. It was 2074, but why? Why were we here? Why were we there? Why were we then? So we can be the cat in the box thing? I was so lost in thought I barely noticed Vi's approach.
Hey, Sigma, I think I figured something out.
A window popped up on the inside of my helmet with Whisper in the corner. She seemed to be using a circuit only we could hear. Yeah? What is it?
Figured out why there's an extra E.
Extra E?
Yeah, the one on floor B. I think it's an anagram, just like on floor A.
What's Anna say this time?
God damn it, Sigma.
I think that was an okay response to you saying there's an anagram. What does Anna say?
Knock it off.
Jeez.
Memento mori if the ninth lion ate the sun. If you rearrange the letters, you get... The man on the moon rules the infinite time.
We're a man on the moon.
See? You need 6 E's to get that. So they stuck an extra one in ninth.
Cool. A man on the moon. Okay.
I think it's a message for us from Zero Senior and Akane. Remember what she was telling us?
We created the AB project for one purpose. To transport the consciousnesses of 2 people into the past. Those 2 people are you, Sigma, and you, Vi.
So, what are you getting at?
My God, you're slow.
Yeah,
You
we have
don't
Radical
get it?
6. Jeez.
They're saying we rule the infinite time. Infinite time. They weren't just talking about having us jump a couple hours. I think they're planning to send us back. Way back.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you think they're going to send us back 45 years?
Yeah. I'd bet on it.
So the legitimate purpose of the AB project is to send us back in time to that catastrophe Tenmyoji was talking about and stop for Radical 6 from happening.
I think so.
That doesn't make sense, though. I mean, we came from that same time period, but before it actually. So why bring us here and then send us back?
Well, Akane should be able to tell us the rest. Let's go pay her a visit.
Do you know where she is?
I've got an idea.
Okay, so she's going to be in the under the tombstone.
Come
Can
on,
we get back in?
think. Remember what she said when she gave you the key?
Yeah.
Tu fui ego eris.
Tu fui ego eris. The grave.
Well, come on. What are you waiting for? Let's go.
We turned and ran back to the pressure exchange chamber, the others following close behind.
What are you doing? Did you forget something?
We're gonna go have a talk with somebody.
Who?
You really need me to spell it out? The person behind all
You
this.
mean Akane? I'll
What?
take that as a yes. Let me accompany you then.
Wait. Why do you know about Akane?
Good night, Dan Shadow.
I'll tell you when we get there. Now, if you please. I'm coming with you. You folks just said the magic word.
I'm going to then. So am I.
So we all got together to go out to the moon,
Akane you're talking about?
and then we're all going back?
Yeah, you know her real well.
Wait, you're not... You're serious? What the hell is going on?
Shut up! Just shut up. Come if you want to. We don't need to do roll call. Once we get there, Akane will explain everything. With that, we headed back to the airlock. Did all the pressure things. I'm glad we're actually going back to do that. I was wondering if we had to go on a different timeline to open the freaking thing. Also, how did we never notice that a key is attached to our ankle? Are we numb down there? Does nobody notice it either? We're not wearing like long pants, are we? It's just sitting there. Come on. It would have made more sense if they like tied it on top of the shoelaces. Because then you wouldn't really feel it.
Ah, clever. The number 9 door on floor A is shut forever once the game ends. Assuming Zero Jr. was telling the truth, of course.
Okay, that would make sense.
But the door on floor B...
Yeah. Thought we might be able to take the lift to it.
I don't know why it was...
Looks like I was right.
For some reason in Sism, it thinks it was a sexual thing.
Any idea where Akane might be?
You know, wakooziness? That's definitely a sexual word. WQOOZINASS? Yeah. Be careful, man. This is family friendly. The grave.
You mean the grave in the garden?
Yep. Don't worry. I don't think she's buried there or anything. Thank you, Stay Hydrated Bot. Chances are she's alive. Trust me, Stay Hydrated Bot. I probably drank in 3 times that much. Let's move to the garden. I am finishing this tonight. I don't care. We're so close. The B garden. Better than the A garden. Tell you what, while it's loading, I'm going to use the restroom real quick. I'm not going to put it on auto, though. So I'm going to be back in 20, 30 seconds.
Is Akane really under here?
Okay. I think so.
What should we do? Are we gonna dig her out?
I don't think we'll have to do anything like that. See the keyhole in the grave? If I just... Oh, he was wearing pants. Okay. But still, he should be able to feel that. Come on. Pull the key off my ankle and fit it into the hole. I twisted it to the right until I heard something unlock. With a quiet grinding, the grave began to shift. Oh, hey.
What is this?
Should have lawn socks to make it more plausible. I agree. I like the idea of, like, tying it on his shoelaces, like, on top. You know, you would never feel anything. Just, like, weave it in there.
It doesn't look like a coffin.
Yeah. It's a treatment pod.
Oh my god.
It is, isn't it?
Glass on the cover had frosted over, making it opaque. We couldn't see who or what was in it.
Let's see what's inside.
She grabbed a hold of the lever and on the side of the pod.
No good. I think it's locked.
Okay. What?
Treatment pod TP00. Stage 1 defrosting complete. Stage 2 will be complete in 10 minutes.
Okay.
Once stage 2 is complete, the lock will automatically disengage.
Cool. That's what I needed to know. Cold sleep.
What?
These pods can put people into cold sleep. It uses something called CAS to freeze human bodies without destroying their cells.
So, Ms. Akane's like an ice cube?
Yes.
Then we gotta wait till she melts?
Yes.
So how about you tell us your story while we wait, Kay? Specifically, why do you know Akane?
I remembered.
What do you remember?
Everything.
Okay.
I was born and raised in this facility. It's called Rhizome 9. A rhizome is an underground plant stem that spreads by sending out roots. Kind of makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
This facility is a little like a rhizome. Supposedly, that's why they call these installations that. The number comes from the facility's number. There are 54 rhizomes on the moon, and this is the 9th one.
Oh, wow.
Well, I suppose the other ones don't really matter to you, do they? In any event, I grew up here with Akane and Zero Senior. I watched them create the AB project.
The AB project?
Yes. Its purpose is to send Phi and Sigma, or their consciousnesses at least, to the past.
Back 45 years, right?
Yes.
So, you want us to change history, huh? Go back and keep Radical 6 from getting out, and stop the reactors from exploding. That's our mission?
Well, not exactly.
Well, what do you mean?
It's true that the ultimate goal of the project is to keep Radical 6 from spreading to the general population. But even if you do make it back, you won't be able to do much. By now, it's already too late.
Too late?
What do you mean?
Let me begin at the beginning. You might be thinking that Zero Senior and Akane were the ones who created all this. But that's not entirely correct. They only followed the histories they'd already seen. It was the only choice they had. Nothing less than the future of mankind is at stake. We need the two of you to jump through timelines while maintaining your memories. That is why you had to play the AB game, and why the chromatic doors were necessary. By forcing multiple options, you could make numerous jumps. We speculated that jumping more would strengthen your memories. The puzzles were also there for a purpose. Some theories hold that a moment of insight when you solve a puzzle strengthens your connection to the fourth dimension. That was the reason for the puzzles.
Eureka!
Your infection with Radical 6 was also a vital part of our plan. By slowing down your brain's processing speed, we can store your potential. With that energy stored up, we just had to provide a life-or-death situation to launch your consciousness into the fourth dimension. Like a bullet from a slingshot.
Okay.
Wait. Hold on just a minute here. You keep talking about Sigma and Phi, but what about the rest of us? Why did you bring us here?
Do we amplify them?
That's simple. In earlier histories, you were all here in Rhizome 9. We needed you here to accurately replicate those histories. Although I suppose that's probably not a good enough explanation for you. In a sense, though, it is the truth. Our primary goal was to replicate history. The rest is...
History. Say it.
Yes.
Say it.
I suppose I should explain.
Oh, you didn't.
Very well. I will try and do so in a way you can understand. First, Alice and Clover. They were abducted 45 years and 1 month ago, on December 22nd, 2028. The location is Earth, of course. More specifically, Los Angeles, California.
Of course.
Correct?
Yes.
Always happens in
Yeah.
LA.
After being kidnapped, your bodies were sent to a facility under Akane's direction. You were placed in treatment pods and immediately put into cold sleep. 4 months later, you arrived at this facility. The date you finally arrived was April 14th, 2029. Your trip from Earth to this facility was aboard a spaceship powered by an annihilation engine. Following your arrival, your pods were placed in long-term storage. Does that make sense?
Are you telling me we were sleeping in those pods here for 45 years?
And you don't look a
Yes.
day over 30.
In preparation for this day.
But why? What do you need us for?
You are an Esper, aren't you, Clover? I mean that you are able to access the fourth dimension. Am I wrong?
Did Akane tell you?
In a manner of speaking. As I've already explained, the purpose of this project is to send Sigma and Phi's consciousnesses to the past. Espers are able to sort of resonate with one another, which can amplify their power. You understand? This is why we brought you here, Clover.
What about me?
We needed your help, Alice, to deactivate Dio's bombs.
Huh? But I didn't do anything.
But you did. In another history, you were able to perform prime decomposition on the 25-digit integer that Dio left behind. Only you could do that sort of thing. Because of your feat of mathematics, we were about to determine that Dio had planted the bombs. Then we were able to question him and get the password for the number 31. Finally, we used that information to stop the bomb in this timeline.
Yay.
Without your help, Alice, we would have been reduced to nothing more than so much space dust. This history exists because of your presence.
Good job, Alice. You were useful.
Now, let me explain why we needed Tenmyoji and Quark. Tenmyoji is simple. We needed you for the same reason we needed Clover. You are able to access the fourth dimension. Almost half a century ago, you used that ability to save a young girl, didn't you?
Yep.
Yeah, I did.
We needed you to resonate with Sigma and Phi, so we brought you here. All it took was a messenger.
So is Quark a,
Do you want to see Akane? If you do, come with me. I was a fool and fell for it.
And you brought Quark with you. In fact, you insisted that he come.
Yeah, I know. I guess you were worried about leaving me alone, huh? He kept saying he couldn't run off to the moon and leave me behind.
I'm sorry, Quark. If I hadn't been so stupid and selfish, none of this would have happened to you. I never thought this would happen. Can you ever forgive me?
Oh, don't worry about it. I mean, I agreed to come with you. I thought the moon would be way more interesting than boring old Earth. What kid would turn that down?
yeah, real,
We
for
didn't
real.
see the messenger after we got on the ship. It was on autopilot. As soon as we got in, it headed straight for the moon. During the trip, Zero told me to keep quiet once we got there. I don't remember anything after we landed.
Then there was a bunch of that white smoke, and we passed out. And when I woke up, I was in the AB room.
Now, Dio. His real name is Left, and he's the leader of a terrorist organization called the Myrmidons. He was ordered to come here. The Myrmidons are under the control of an organization called Free the Soul, which is in turn controlled by a man known as Brother. It was Brother who orchestrated the release of Radical 6 into the general population 45 years ago. Do you remember what Phi mentioned earlier? The ultimate purpose of the AB project is to change history and keep Radical 6 from being released. If we succeed, that would be bad for Brother and his organization. Our success would prevent them from creating the ideal world they're working toward. That is why Brother sent Left, his trusted lieutenant, to this facility. They needed to stop the AB project. So, Dio was given two tasks. The first was to eliminate Akane, the architect of the AB project. The second was to join the AB game and win it. If Dio won the game, the AB project would not be completed, at least not in that timeline. In other words, in that world, the project would have been stopped. If things didn't go as planned, Dio was given a contingency plan.
Blow it up,
If you
blow
cannot
it
murder
up.
Akane and win the game, destroy Rhizome 9. Hence, the bombs.
Can I ask you something?
Perhaps.
How did Brother know about the AB project?
he was also an Esper. We can set
Great.
brother aside for now, though. May I proceed?
So he knows all the stuff we're trying to do. Jeez. So if he knows, if he's an Esper and he can jump through timelines too, then
That
he's just going to know
explains
that we're trying to jump back and
save two.
change it.
Luna, and myself. Sigma and Phi already know the truth about Luna. I don't believe I should reveal any more, however. I think it would be more appropriate if you could ask Luna yourselves at a later time. Would that be all right with you, Luna?
Yes. That's okay.
As for me, as I said before, I was born and raised here. The rest of you were brought to this facility, but I've never left. That makes me someone close to Zero Senior and Akane.
Hey, I've been wondering, who is Zero Senior?
You've already met him, Sigma. In another timeline.
Yeah, well, I saw a hologram. Still don't know who he is. It could be us, for all I know. Oh wait, no, we know who it is from the third one, right?
Is
Yeah,
complete.
yeah, okay, we know who the third one is.
TP00 unlocking.
We know who it is.
It looks like it's finished. Shall we open the pod?
Yeah, let's do that. Give us closure. Which is weird because there's... If I look at this, hold on. What's really annoying me is this. That's annoying me, which means in one of these escape games that's probably not even here, we haven't gotten that book. Which is just annoying the heck out of me. 1, 2, 3. I'm counting escape games. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16. I should have... There's 16 of these, which means there's one of those I didn't get the ending on? What is this one from? I'll have to look that up later.
Okay, let's get started then.
I'm very sure. Yeah, we opened every single one of these. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14, 15, 16. Did I just forget to open one? Did I really just forget to... Because I have all the codes here. Was I a dingus and actually just not remember to put in the secret one first? To get all of these?
Ready?
Spiffy fail. So bad. Phi laid her hand on the lever and looked around at us. I swallowed.
All right, here we go.
But we solved them all. We just didn't get that notebook, which sucks.
3, 2, 1.
Hi. That's not Akane. My head was full of memories from other timelines. I'd seen something like this before. The warehouse on floor B in front of the white door. Kay was lying in front of me, grabbed his mask, and saw me. Are they cloning us? I'd never figured out who he really was. Why was there a man with my face underneath Kay's armor? It didn't make any sense. After I'd seen him, I was injected with turbocurine, and that was the end of that. But wait. The person in the pod was the same person I'd seen on the floor of the warehouse. Who was wearing Kay's armor?
You finally noticed. Didn't I tell you? You won't be alone. I will be at your side, watching over
Oh
you.
my gosh, that's awesome!
Yes, I am.
Akane. Oh my goodness. Heck yeah. Was that a voice changer?
Akane Korashiki.
Damn. That was good. Oh. That was good.
It's you. June. I mean, Akane from... But you're old.
Yes, that's correct.
That's so cool. So
I haven't
who
spoken
are we
to
then?
you in a very long time, Clover.
So who are we then? If in the pod is us, then who are we? Are we in? We're not a full robot like Luna is, because we were scanned. It's just our arms. Unless Luna was lying to us.
Or you, Junpei.
Junpei?
Akane. Long time no see.
Oh. I could barely hear what they were saying. My mind was still reeling. It felt like all the air had been knocked out of me, and it was all I could do not to collapse right then and there.
When? How long?
Do you remember when the two of you saved me in the warehouse? Once you saved me, you went back to your future. Well, your minds did at least. I carried your bodies to the 3rd AB room, and then took Dio's to the 5th. After that, I went into the 1st room and borrowed Kay's armor.
So by the time you and Clover came out, you'd already...
Yes.
Wait. Doesn't make any sense. Dio killed you. And then Luna took your body to the 6th room. Right? You couldn't have been in Kay's armor.
No, it was me. In this timeline, at least. In this one, I wasn't murdered by Dio. You two saved me. It's just like Schrodinger's cat. Your actions in the future decided who would be inside the armor in the past.
This game is so good.
Alright, what about the other history? The one where you weren't saved. What happens then? Who's wearing the armor?
That's quite simple. The man in front of you.
Him?
That's correct. Whenever I'm not in the armor, he is.
What about the memory loss?
For my part, I confess that I lied. He, on the other hand, was telling the truth. Large doses of Soporil can cause memory loss. I gave him a rather large dose.
Rude. Drugs are bad. Good.
So, who is he?
You've never seen him before?
No.
What about the rest of you?
I have no idea who he is.
I've never seen him before.
Who are we?
Me either.
Total stranger.
Who are we? What are you guys saying? Right here. Same face?
Huh?
Huh?
Are you alright, Mr. Sigma? Did you hit your head or something?
Huh? What? Am I old? It didn't make any sense. Why didn't they recognize me?
Sigma, your consciousness can jump through time. You can inhabit your body in the past or in the future.
What does that mean?
Don't you get it? You've jumped to the future from 45 years ago.
I looked around frantically. A pond. I ran to it and threw myself on my knees. Crawling on all fours, I approached the edge. My heart was hammering inside my chest. A cold sweat trickled down my spine. Calm down, calm down, calm down, dang it. I struggled to take deep breaths, then slowly, I peered into the pond looking for my reflection. Dude, we're 0? Hold on. Oh, okay, I want to make sure I understand something based on the third one. Yeah, something's not clicking with the third one. This can't be real, this face.
It's your face, Dr. Sigma Climb. Although, to the you that's behind it now, it's your face 45 years from now.
Dude, I got a freaking eyepiece. That's sick.
Zero, the mastermind of the AB project.
When we watched, did we watch this with Fi? Wouldn't she have been there to see, like, how come you look the same?
Is you.
We're freaking Zero, dude. Which doesn't make sense for the other one. That's not possible. That's BS.
No, it's the truth. Fighting it isn't going to do you any good.
Doctor.
Please, Doctor.
I'm not a doctor.
You will be. A pioneer in the field of genetic engineering.
Oh, great. We're gonna be super smart.
No, I'm not. You created him. Well, I suppose I should say you are going to create him. His name is Kyle Climb, your clone.
We're making a clone.
That is why he looks just like a younger version of yourself. 23 years ago, in the biolab here in Rhizome 9, you
So in the thing, we're the doctor.
I suppose for you, that's still in the future. When I said I was born and raised here, I was still pretending to be him. The gravity here is only 1/6 of Earth's. If nothing was done, the reduced gravity would cause his bones to be weaker than normal human ones. But you prepared for that. You gave him that armor. Ever since he was born, he's lived inside of it. It kept his muscles and bones strong. He wasn't forced into it for the nonary game. He's been wearing it every day, all his life.
Remember who you played in the first game? Junpei? Why would my future self create a clone? I was playing Zero? Or Akane? Playing as Akane.
He was to be your spare. If something happened to you before the project began, he would take your place.
My
I
head.
mentioned before that the AB projects A and B stood for after and before. That isn't all they mean, though. The A also means anima, and the B means body. Anima is another word for the soul or the consciousness. Body is, well,
Body.
exactly what it says on the tin. The past consciousness will go into the future body, and the future consciousness will go into the past body. They switch.
So, hold on. If we played as Akane, or basically I was Zero in the first one, what's the relationship between Junpei and Sigma? Are they the same person? No, well, no, because they're all three of them are right there. I don't want to say anything about the third one, in case people are watching this in order.
That was the chief goal of the project.
Wait, so the future person goes into the past person?
Sigma, do you remember the note you found in the garden?
You mean this, right?
Yes.
It's got Rhizome 9 on it.
Ah, of course, it was you who investigated the garden in this timeline.
Okay, this isn't cool.
Yeah. Sigma, take a good look at this. It's an illustration of the time jumps your consciousness is making. A is where everything began. December 25th, 2028.
We about to get some splaining.
You inhaled the white smoke in your car and lost consciousness. From there, you jumped to B. January 25th, 2074. You woke up in one of the AB rooms in Rhizome 9. You are in your own body, but it is 67 years old. Your consciousness has jumped 45 years into the future. I believe that may explain why you didn't notice the reduced lunar gravity. The body you woke up in was much older. Normally, you would have noticed that your muscles were much weaker. In this case, however, the lower gravity balanced that out.
Wow. We're old and frail.
Moving on. If you continue along this line, what happens next? You reach C, which is January 27th, 2074. That is today.
Whoa. Wait, what do you mean? Are you saying it's been 2 days since we woke up?
36 hours to be exact. Have you already forgotten? You were all infected with Radical 6.
Oh my gosh, that's right. Our sense of time would have been just completely wrong.
The virus slowed your brain down.
I just imagine Zero, the Logomorph, the bunny Zero, just watching them go. There's a puzzle in here. I got it. Oh god, that would have been horrible.
So yes, 36 hours of real time have passed.
And I feel like Akane's actually just talking slow on purpose.
But to you, it only seemed like 14 hours and 40 minutes. Now comes the important part. After this, your consciousness will return to the past. It will re-emerge at point D. April 13th, 2029. You will return to your younger body.
Okay.
But that's the same day as the reactor explosions.
Yes. That is why I said it will be too late. You will return to the past, but the events you would want to prevent will have already happened. The story does not end there, however. The line continues. After reaching point D, you will eventually return to B. But this time, you won't be jumping through time, or at least not at a rate faster than normal. Your consciousness will spend 45 years inhabiting the same body.
That's when he becomes a
until
doctor.
You reach point B. Do you remember when B is?
I'd always wonder why she was talking so slow. It just makes sense. According to what you just told us, it's 36 hours ago.
That was when the consciousness of the 22-year-old Sigma jumped into the body of 67-year-old Sigma. So where did the older version of you go when you took his body?
To the back, to the back. Point A. December 25th, the day all this started.
Yes. His consciousness will go back in time 45 years.
So right now, he's back there.
For a period of time, he will inhabit your younger body. While your younger consciousness is elsewhere, he will be you in the past.
once the body reaches point D, my 22-year-old consciousness will come back to point C.
That's correct.
Dude.
When that happens, the older version of you will be ejected from your younger body and return to your body at C.
So it's rotating?
Rotating. I suppose you could put it that way. But look at this illustration closely. What if you take all these lines and untangle them?
You get one starting point and two branches?
You get one single line. It may look complicated, but in truth, it's a single straight path, with one exception.
This line here at point E, right?
Exactly. Point E is December 31st, 2028, the day of the total eclipse.
The day Radical 6 got out of the test facility.
Yes. By now, you've likely figured it out on your own.
Please explain anyway.
The purpose of the AB project was to get the consciousness of the 67-year-old Sigma from point B to point A. If we can do that, we can change what happened 45 years ago.
So the old version of me will keep Radical 6 from getting out by jumping into my 22-year-old body on New Year's Eve.
Yes, that is why this line could not be interrupted. In order for the 67-year-old version of you to reach point B, we first have to go through point D.
Which is weird because we had to use Radical 6, the thing we're trying to stop, so that we could set this up.
In order to get to point D, we must jump from point C.
Yes.
And for point C to happen, we had to recreate everything that happened in this facility. That is why we have faithfully retraced history up to this point, so that we might save humankind from destruction and undo the horrors of the last 45 years.
Okay. We can do it. Tell me one thing.
What is that?
You said that point C is January 27th, 2074, which is today. There's going to be a jump, and I'll jump to April 13th, 2029.
Yes, that's right.
But look, I'm still old. When is this jump supposed to happen?
Very soon.
Soon?
Yes.
And what's going to trigger it?
We need potential energy stored to send your consciousness into the fourth dimension. Fortunately, we now have plenty of that. Thanks, ironically, to Radical 6.
Oh,
All
good.
that remains is to launch your consciousness, like a bullet from a slingshot.
Okay. Hey, pros, we do that.
Didn't I tell you? A crisis. A moment balanced between life and death. That can jumpstart your brain.
So, what do you mean?
You haven't figured it out.
We're going to try and kill you right now.
I mean this.
Dio's knife. No sooner were the words out of my mouth. Fi! I screamed and leapt toward them. Akane was already in motion, the knife driving toward Fi's chest. I was almost there. When I regained consciousness, I was on the floor. There was a dull pain in my chest. I felt for a cut, but something was in the way. It took me a moment to realize that it was Akane's body lying on top of me. I twisted my neck to look around. Nearby was an old tombstone. On it was written a few words in Latin. Oh, now we're the other one. And that's another way to interpret that. Where you are, I was, and where what I am, you will be. By swapping back and forth. Okay, that's cool. Wow. Wow. Now hold on, those are all Japanese. Those are all the Japanese voice actors. You love how applicable everything is to everything else? I agree, man. That's pretty cool. I'd say, because Dio's English voice actor was Liam O'Brien. Also, that does mean Quark being there was for no point, because he was just kind of there. To be infected, and to bring Junpei along. Also explains why we didn't see the face there. When freaking Luna was giving us a hug. So are they gonna make another one after 3? Because I feel like they should. We're gonna see if there's anything at the end of the credits, and save to see all of our endings. We'll call it a show. You think so? Okay, I can agree with that. Devotedly Dragon Nest, happy Sunday. Or actually, it's probably Monday for some people. There is something after the credits. Cool. I always wait for after the credits when we beat a game anyway. Just in case. Oof. See, now I can go into the idea of doing 3 again. I'm like, okay. That's why that's there. That's why that makes sense. Huh. A new destination has been added? I very well might, devotedly, to be honest. But, I mean, I don't know if I could stand that guy's voice for however long. Headquarters? Doing it out of order made it cool in its own way.
Today is April 13th, 2029, and this is the evening news. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. I don't have any news to read. All of our station's reporters have passed after contracting Radical 6. So have my... Excuse me. I've managed to keep us on the air until now. But I'm out of tricks. It's time for me to sign off. This concludes our broadcast day. I pray that someday our world can be cleansed of this horrible plague. Goodbye.
Nice. And Whit brings a good point. Us doing it out of order is kind of like we jumped. Hey. Oh gosh. Okay. For a moment, I just stared at the TV. The roar of the static seemed to fill the entire room until, with a click, it disappeared too. Had the power gone out? I heard footsteps behind me and turned around. You. What's up, Akane?
It looks like the first step was successful.
What the? You killed me!
Killed?
I guess technically you're going to kill me 45 years from now, but still.
Hey, no need to be rude about it. I didn't kill you. I hit you with the butt of the knife. You're fine.
Oh, I'm okay.
Yes. You and Phi needed to experience a state of crisis. That was the only way.
Me and Phi?
Yes.
I only told you about you, but we also needed Phi to jump.
Okay. I can imagine them planning it in the past and like, oh, you're here, perfect, it worked.
Next, right?
We go to the moon?
Correct. We will be leaving tomorrow, April 14th, 2029. We've nearly finished preparing your shuttle. Only a few last-minute checks and additions.
Okay.
You'll be traveling to Rhizome 9, along with 3 treatment pods.
Alice and Clover, right?
Yes.
What about the third one? Who's in there?
Phi. We put her into cold sleep 2 days ago. She appeared at our headquarters and volunteered to be frozen. That wasn't the Phi who jumped from Point C, though. It was Phi before she jumped from Point A to Point D. In other words, she was following the same path you are.
Just one behind it?
And she still is.
To wait for her to catch up. But after you froze her, the Point C version of her jumped back into her body?
Yes. The Point C version of Phi is sleeping in that pod. She'll stay there for the next 45 years. Sleeping in ice.
All ice. Then when she gets to Point B, her consciousness will jump to Point A.
Correct.
So that's why she didn't look old. So why don't you just stick me in one of those pods?
We can't do that.
Why not?
You haven't figured it out? You have to spend the next 45 years working on the AB project. After arriving at Rhizome 9, you must master genetic engineering and artificial intelligence programming, among other disciplines. Otherwise, you will be unable to create Kyle, Luna, and Lagomorph.
Technically, since we're back here right now, already did it. I think we can go to Maui.
And, of course, you will need to develop the chromatic doors and the bracelets. You will also be the person who summons Tenmyoji and Quark. Once you've completed all the preparations, then the project can actually begin. January 25th, 2074. You will defrost Phi and carry her to the 3rd AB room. Once you've done that, the 22-year-old version of you from Point A will force you out. And you'll just go back 45 years to your own body on December 25th, 2028.
Okay. And then I change history? Do you really think I can keep the virus from getting out?
You have to. If you don't, billions of people will die.
6 billion.
Only you and Phi can save them.
What about you? Aren't you an Esper too?
I can't do anything on my own. If this is going to work, I'll need your help.
Cool. So, what do I need to do?
What do you mean?
Like, what specific actions do I need to take? When Phi and I jump to Point A, what are we going to do then?
You'll both enter the Mars mission test site.
And after that?
I don't know.
Eh?
I'm sorry. I really don't know anything about what happens in there. We don't know how the Radical Six escaped. We don't even know why it was there in the first place.
But that's why we're going there.
That's why we need your help. You have the ability to jump through time and across parallel worlds. We need you to figure out what happened in that test facility. Things will be difficult, and I'm sure you will find yourself in a great deal of danger. But I believe the two of you can overcome any obstacle.
Wait, how do you know it's so dangerous?
The 67-year-old version of you told me what happened. He wasn't able to stop the virus. So I suppose you could say you told me, after you failed.
What did I say?
That the test facility is full of traps. There was one point, a woman's life was in danger. You risked yourself for her sake, and lost your arms, and your right eye.
I remember that. What the balls? Suddenly, a low rumble shook the building. I remember that. That was a crazy ending.
Go have a look.
I moved slowly to the window and peered outside. Same posture as Junpei in the 99 Axe End? Pretty much, yeah. On the horizon, I can see a massive mushroom cloud climbing slowly towards the sky. Would we really be able to change the course of history? No, that was the wrong way to look at it. It couldn't be a question. I had to change history. We could save the world. I'm going to change history. I stared at the darkening skies above us and steeled myself. I would succeed. Oh, yeah. That's essentially where we go to the third one. Yeah. We go to the third one. Wow. Look at this. Look at all this greatness. Look at all this greatness. And we did it. And we did it in 40 hours. And now I'm going to bed. But that was a great game. Yes.